Hey, what's up, hunting family? It's the Arrow Eagle Ron Menser hanging out with you tonight. We are coming at you live, and this is Tracks and Tackle. Thanks for joining. And like always, I want to bring on my guests and co-hosts tonight. We got with me the infamous but not so famous Chris Bookman from 3B. How you doing, Chris?
What's up, brother? How are you, dude?
Good, man. Good. It's been a busy week. We've been running and gunning. I know just got back from a trip. I know you did as
Yeah,
well. And
yeah.
so just put out an episode here earlier today, a real short one that I recorded while we were away. It's like a 7 minute podcast about getting ready for archery season because that's all I'm thinking about right now, even though I was on vacation. So
Yeah.
how was your time away?
It was good. Did some fishing, did some chilling out, hiking with the kids, and I'm playing catch up now that we're back. So all that fun
Yeah,
stuff, right?
yeah. Today was my first day back to work, and it was a brute. It was a brute. Well, let me bring
Yeah.
on Josh. He's with us. Josh Bookman, host of the new show. We're debuting the cookbook. When's the first episode? Did we launch yet?
No, we haven't launched yet. It's coming out Tuesday, September 2nd.
Oh, so we got a few days. It's Tuesday, and I'm waiting for this episode to drop.
No, no, we
Hey,
still got a little over a week and a half yet.
all right. Well, if you guys are out there, mark your calendars for September 2nd, which is a
Yep.
Tuesday, and
Josh,
check out the cookbook
yeah,
on Instagram and YouTube.
Give a real quick 10-second plug about what it is.
So what it is me and my newest kind of best friend Cody. We're gonna come around and we're gonna meet up with a bunch of random people and learn how everybody is eating their wild game. Um, you know, tricks, tips, how you guys prepare it, what you're using it for, what slice of meat you're using, so on and so forth, that kind of thing. Um, I'm really excited about it. And I'm supposed to film an episode today, but somebody canceled out on me, so we had to push that back till Thursday. But that's okay.
Heck yeah.
Sounds good,
Right on.
man. Sounds good. I think I'm getting a little audio feedback from you, so play with that a little bit.
All right.
Chris, why don't you go ahead and introduce our guests, man? We
Yeah.
got a good old boy coming on here tonight.
Yeah. Right on, man. Tonight I'm pretty pumped to have my dude Cody on from a group called Triple B Outdoors. What's up, Cody?
Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing?
Good, so good, man. Thanks for coming, man.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
Excited about this.
we ran across each other a couple years ago, and I think if I'm right, I was just like, "Hey, dude, you got a cool name,"
Yeah,
because we have
yeah,
similar names,
yeah.
and we just kind of struck up a friendship. So, man, pumped to be here, all the way from what part of Arkansas you from, bro?
We're from the northwest version of Arkansas, there, kind of the River Valley. So in between the Ozark Mountains and Mount Magazine, right in the Arkansas River Valley, right on the Arkansas River.
Down on like Clay Newcomb country down there. Where is that? Where he's
Yeah,
from?
yeah,
Okay,
pretty close.
I've been to Little Rock one time.
Yeah,
That's
we're
the
we're about an hour and a half west of Little Rock.
okay, cool, cool. So let's just jump into it, Cody. Give us your bio, or your how you grew up hunting and stuff, and then we'll get into how you started Triple B, buddy.
Yeah, so pretty much, I was born in June. That November, my dad had me in a tree stand in diapers. That's no lie. My mom was furious about it, but that's just how he is. And I done the same with my son. He was born in July, and that November I had him out there with me too. So, yeah, we started out deer hunting with him, and then whenever I got old enough to carry my own gun, we'd go squirrel and rabbit hunting. My grandpa had a couple of beagles, and so we got going with that whenever I was about 5. And then I killed my first deer when I was 7, got hooked on that, and really big deer hunter. And then whenever I was 15 or 16, my buddy Harley and my other buddy Logan was like, man, you got to come duck hunting. Like you got to go. And I was like, all right, I'll try it out. I went one day, I killed one coot, I was hooked. And my buddy Logan, he was always a prankster. He's like, man, you got to kiss it for good luck. You got to kiss your first duck for good luck. Dude, I swear, I caught bird flu the next day from kissing that coot. I was sick for a week. And
Don't trust your buddies.
No,
Look.
no, absolutely not. And so yeah, there we go. Hey, I'm not
Oh,
down to.
That was
I'm not
my
getting
boy's
super
first
cheap.
bird too, so we got him mounted for him.
There we go. So yeah, after that, I went and spent about $1,500 and bought bought all kinds of stuff. Bought waders, new gun, and everything. And I've been hooked since. And then in 2019, me and a buddy decided that we were going to start a YouTube and Instagram and stuff like that. Well, you know, we had a little falling out, and so he went his way and I went mine, and I started Triple B Outdoors. The three Bs, I had 3 labs, Blue, Bessie, and Bourbon, and so it just kind of fit, and then we just I kind of went solo there for a while, and just kind of grew it, met a bunch of amazing people, and got some real awesome sponsors that I love working with, and it's just, I love where the internet can take you pretty much.
Yeah, the networking part of it is Ron and I talk about all the time. Meeting people and experiencing stuff from that is like the coolest part of it.
Yeah.
And you can't explain it until you do it, right?
Right. Well, kind of like what you said, I just get a message one day from 3B Outdoors, and I look and it's like, hey, man, you got a badass name. I was like, heck yeah, you too, buddy. And then, shoot, you said 2 years ago, but I think it's been a little bit longer than that.
It probably has.
Yeah. Time flies. When my son was born, I kind of slowed down on the video and everything and the YouTube part. And then the last 2 years, I've been going through a pretty bad custody battle. So everything's, outdoors been really slow, but I'm hoping this year to jump back into it, hot and heavy again. So
okay,
I'm excited about that.
Yeah, well, take us into how you started your channel. I know you hinted at it a little bit, but you had a pretty big YouTube following, and we're putting out some pretty cool content. So talk about that, and then talk about the Triple B brand. Why we got you on the subject, dude?
Yeah. So like I said, I just started videoing with just a GoPro, on my head or on my chest, and my first video ever was bow fishing, and then started that. Then I started doing some bass fishing and then the duck hunting and deer hunting, and it gained a pretty decent little following. Not just huge, but it was all right. But my Instagram just it blew up. Just 1 year it just just went crazy, but since I've kind of slacked off, it's gone downhill. I lost some following and stuff, but just I like videoing mainly for the memories with my buddies.
Right on.
My buddy Logan that I mentioned, he passed away in a motorcycle accident in 2022, and so the memories that I have of him hunting and him getting me into it, it is some I'll never forget, and I wish I had those moments on video. So you just never know what's going to happen. So it just I go back weekly and watch old videos and stuff with my buddies, and
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I'm real big. That's how we got started, was just like you said, the memories. And that's really how the podcast kicked off, because we're like, we're taking pictures and we're posting stuff, and you build that online community of people that that follow your photos or your videos or whatever. But at the end of the day, we all have stories.
Yeah.
And we're like, why don't we just sit down and start sharing some of these stories? And it's kind of grown into this network and group of guys that are regulars. And you've that through relational equity here with 3B, and I think it's really, really cool, because I love to go back and check out those type.
I think we lost you, Ron.
Yeah.
Well, the eagle went away.
Yeah.
I'll jump in. Yeah, I mean, that's, to me, Cody, that's the coolest thing is, looking back at the, different networks and relationships, and, you're one of those dudes that's just like a good old dude.
Oh yeah.
And I don't want to use that term because You might hear that a lot from where you live, but
Oh,
you're just like a good old
Yeah.
boy that like
good old boy.
want to
Yeah,
hang out.
exactly. Yeah.
You want to hang out. You want to have a good time.
Yeah.
My
I would
brother
say
here.
drink a couple beers, but I don't drink, so I'll have a couple Dr. Peppers while everybody else has a couple beers. But
Now you're talking, man. Yeah. So one of the first things that I really connected with you with is right after we first started talking, you put up a video of you killing a pretty nice hammer buck.
Oh yeah.
You want to talk about that for a second?
Yeah, I can. I'll pan over here. He's right up there.
Okay.
Yeah. So pretty much, I run trail cameras. I'm about to start putting them out pretty much from 1st of September till February, March, when they start losing their antlers, and never had him on camera, not once. And I was it was their muzzleloader season. The October lull, that's my favorite time to deer hunt, man. Pretty much October 18th through the 31st, I'm going to be in the woods. And I was just, sitting in my stand, hadn't seen a deer all morning. And I was just playing on my phone and look over, and all I seen was just, rack coming out. And I was hunting this right away that was probably 60 yards wide. And I just, threw my phone down, just threw up. And my brain instantly goes to shoot, not, oh, let's get the camera on him.
Yeah.
Yep, that's natural.
And so I never turned the camera on until I shot, and then I look over and I seen the camera, and I was like, ugh. But it was a rookie camera mistake, self-filming. And so I got my reaction on camera, and man, I don't care if it's a doe or the biggest buck I've ever shot. I get so jittery whenever I shoot. I feel like a little kid again, man. I'm sitting there shaking. I call my dad. I was like, I just killed the biggest buck in my life. And last time I called him and told him that it definitely was not. So he was like, oh, I'm sure it was. And then we got down there, and one side's he's all palmated on one side, and he's got crazy, kicker coming off the back of his eye guard, and he was like, okay, yeah, you might have done it this time. And so that was, it was pretty cool. Pretty cool hunt.
Yeah, and you still got that video up on your channel, don't you?
Yeah. Luckily, I do. I go back and watch those sometimes too when I'm laying in bed, just, summer dreaming of fall.
That's what we all do, I think. There's a certain time of year where it gets, I guess, amplified for me, midsummer. And I start, watching a lot more outdoor channel, and these YouTubes made it nice to watch a lot of hunts and guys that I know and capture video that way. But
yeah,
one thing I'll say, Cody, is getting to know you and stuff. Like you're a hype guy, man. You get these guys hyped because Cody he'll like drop a picture or throw a comment out online, and we got a group chat, amongst us, and he gets the boys fired up, man. So I appreciate that.
Yeah. I try to be. If you look at the comment section right now, I got my phone sitting next to the iPad. Harley, he just put on there, have some of the best memories with Cody. Love you, bro. I love you too, man. And
it's awesome.
He's not lying. He's been my day one. He was the guy who got me into hunting, like I said, into duck hunting. And man, I can go on for the rest of the podcast just on hunts between me and him, and he's just he's pretty much kind of like what you said, Chris. He's just a good old boy too. He's, just sit back, have a couple beers, and just have a good time. So
right on. Talk about where we're from, Cody. The seasons change pretty drastically up here. We have our early bow season that's warm, and then it starts getting cold. What's it like where you're at?
Well, right now it was 115 degrees today, and my balls have done sweated right off. But yeah, Arkansas actually started a new thing last year where we have a early season velvet hunt that starts September 7th through 9th, I think, or 8th through 10th, something like that. Me personally, I don't like getting out when it's 100 degrees to deer hunt.
Yeah.
So if I've got just an absolute hammer still in velvet, on camera, I might go chase him. but that's opening weekend of dove season too. But we got 2 dove plots going right now, so hopefully we'll have a pretty good weekend there.
I'm
So starting in September, September 1st, Labor Day, we got early goose season, and then next weekend's velvet hunt, dove season, and then September 20th is teal season, and that's when we start. It's starting to fire up, and it doesn't start really cooling down here until about October-ish, and then it'll finally start getting some cooler days end of October, and then November. First weekend of November is youth hunt, and the next weekend is the gun hunt, and then usually the weekend after that's opener of duck season. So that first week of deer season, I'm in the woods hard trying to get. We're allowed $2 a year, and I'm trying to get my $2 so I can spend the rest of the year deer hunting or duck hunting. I mean,
I've been to Arkansas in the first week of December, and it's just as cold down there as it is up here.
Yeah. So really, like I was telling you on the chat, the group chat, that the best duck hunting time here is late December or January, because the last several years it really doesn't seem to get just cold until after Christmas and then into January, and especially February. I mean, it was down single digits, felt like it was negative something last year. So I mean, we've had some good hunts though. Me and my buddy Alex, top 3 hunts we ever had was last January. I was at work and he calls me at 1:30. He's like, "Hey man, where are you at?" And I said, "I'm at work." I said, "I get off in 20 minutes. He goes, "As soon as you get off work, come to the boat ramp now." He said, me and his brother-in-law was with him. He said, "We limited out all mallard drakes and pintails in 15 minutes. And I was like, you should have let off with that. I'll be there, as soon as I get off. So luckily, I never take my stuff out of the truck. And man, we get there, everything was froze over. We hop in the cattails, and I was shooting greenheads and a widgeon at 10 yards, and we passed, and I probably passed up 200-300 birds, just waiting on the right one, just the easy shots. And of course, those days are the days I didn't have my camera on,
Sure.
My camera's at the house, but it was just an unbelievable hunt. Definitely top 3.
All right, I'm coming down. We're coming.
Yeah. Well, come on, brother. Come on.
Hey.
All of you.
Is my microphone working now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you, dog.
Sound great, man.
Okay, good. I just want to jump in on what he was saying. I mean, it's almost the same way up here. Late December, early January, when it's real cold, that's when we're getting the ducks moving. My best hunt ever was on the Chesapeake Bay last year when the bay froze over. Is that still my audio?
A little bit. Yeah, it's good though. I mean, to your point, when the weather changes, look, you guys are the waterfowl guys. I'm not. I've only dabbled with it, but my understanding is, you're going to have those. Birds are just like people. And some of them, it starts to get cold just a little bit, and they're uncomfortable, and they start to move, and then you got others that are going to hold on for deep in the season. Like me, I run hot blooded, so it's got to be pretty darn chilly for me to put on the long sleeves. And I don't think birds are that much different. So
not me. It gets like freezing 32. I'm bundled up. I've got my my thermals on, my my coveralls, my big jacket. I got beanie on. I'm cold. Anything under 32, you can just see my eyes. So.
Yeah, my dude Goldhammer that I hunt with, he knows it's cold if I put a beanie on.
Yeah.
So that's how he knows it's cold. But so when you're down there with the ducks like that, are they pressured? Are they harder to kill? Or are they just they're at where they're going and they're just dumping in on you?
It just depends. So the last couple of years has really changed, and I'm not talking like just a little bit like, oh, they've got used to people hunting here, so they're going here. They're completely private lakes. They're completely just going past. I've got about 2,500 acres of private land on the Arkansas River, that's bottom crop land, you know, rice, beans, corn, everything. And from what it was 4 years ago till now is just absolutely, you know, the difference is insane. The duck numbers are down drastically. And
Yeah.
I don't necessarily know if it's hunting pressure, but what I have really noticed is second week of February, there's more birds here than throughout the entire season. And a lot of people around here, me, myself, I also blame this. But I've listened to a bunch of podcasts and people are up north are cussing us. But, you know, we always blame all those bastards up north with their heated, you know, ponds and their flooded cornfields. They're keeping the ducks up there. And, you know, so we like to joke on that. I joke on that. I think other people are serious. But the hunting pressure has definitely gotten, you know, harder. Opening weekend, I haven't been opening weekend in 2 years just because hunting the river is so crazy. There's people, you know, there's people stay all night. We stay all night. And then you'll have those guys 20 minutes before shooting night come up, set up 60 yards from you. I've watched so many fights on the river.
So frustrating.
And so hunting public land around here, and I'm sure y'all have seen, you know, Stuttgart videos from opening weekend, you know, boats are running over each other and people are cussing and fighting and over a duck. Not this guy. I'll go do that. But there towards later season, you'll definitely see a lot less hunting pressure. You know, people figure out, you know, unless it just gets really cold and we get a big push of birds in, only the diehards are going. And so there towards the end of the season, it gets a lot better. Birds are calmed down, and it's pretty good hunting there into December, January.
You had mentioned, kind of piggybacking off that, bro, Arkansas's got some new laws.
Yes. Yeah.
Controversial.
So don't just completely quote me on this because these laws don't directly affect me. So I haven't just read completely into them, but they're either going to start this year or next year, but they're wanting it to be on certain WMAs, the wildlife management areas. They're only allowing people to hunt like a certain, like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday. And it's the same with out-of-staters too, that they are wanting them to like only hunt like a certain amount of days. Like you can only, and like I said, don't quote me on this because I've just heard it through TikToks and stuff. I haven't done my own research. They're only wanting them to hunt like Monday, Wednesday, and the weekend, or like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Like they can only hunt a certain amount of days before they can hunt again. I know, I can't remember what state it was, somewhere up north, maybe North Dakota, South Dakota, somewhere in there. Out-of-staters can hunt 7 days in a row, but then have to take a 7-day break and then come back and hunt. You know, it's just to keep, you know, the pressure down of out-of-staters and stuff like that. So don't just completely quote me on that, but you know, like I said, it doesn't directly affect me, so I'm like, you know.
There's always weird stuff like that, like where we live, and even Ron doesn't live that far from us, is the Atlantic population and the resident population for Canada geese. The line goes in between us.
Yeah.
So literally, there's a guy that I hunt with that on his property he can only kill 2 geese a day, but across the street from him,
that's
a couple
literally
yards away.
Yeah, that's how it is right here at my house. Can you hear me better? I got my headphones working now.
Yeah.
Hey.
Sound great, man.
Anyway, that's how it is at my house. I live, anybody's familiar with Maryland Route 31. East of 31, you're allowed 5 a day. West of 31, you're allowed 1 a day.
Wow.
Doesn't make sense to me, but that's how it is. And that's literally right out my window.
Yeah. The whole state bag limit is the same. Like no matter northwest corner, southwest corner, you know, whatever, everything's the same through the whole state. Early goose season, we're allowed 5 geese per person. As soon as duck season starts, it's 2. and why it's early goose season, you can kill 5 Canadas, but then when regular duck season starts, you can only kill 2. It beats me. I don't know. But people was also fussing during turkey season. Our turkey population in the last 10 years has, just completely dwindled. And so now, if you kill a turkey within the first 7 days, you have to wait a week before you can kill your second turkey. And then in a different part of the state, it's different, but that's for my area. You can't kill 2 birds in one day on the first 7 days. But after the 7th day, you can kill 2 birds one day if you want to, or one day, one the next. But the first 7 days, you're only allowed 1.
So does that relate to like trying to give everybody a shake at it, so the apex predators don't go out there and clean house, or
Yeah.
There's a reason why for all these, well, I'll say made up rules, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason behind it. We just don't always understand what the reasoning is.
So I really don't. I don't know. I don't understand it. I think it's kind of silly for me. I think they should just cut it down to 1 bird, all season and call it good for a few years. But, the guys who have got birds found, like you said, the apex predators of the hunting world,
right?
They're going to kill their 2 birds no matter what. I know guys who, take off all of turkey season. They kill a bird on the first day. They'll work the next 6 days, take the rest of the turkey season off, and they're going to kill their second bird. And it's just so.
That's my point. A guy that's going to go out and get both his birds. What does it matter if he kills them both in the same week,
right,
or if he kills them 14 days apart?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So my dad, he always says, some Indians were made to be gatherers and some were made to be hunters. During the spring, I'm a gatherer. I am not a turkey hunter. I do it every year and I cuss them every year, but I still go every year. I love it, but I'm not a turkey hunter. I can't kill a turkey if it was 10 foot in front of me. I don't know. Me and turkeys don't get along.
I'm with you. We got some turkey slayers in our group, though, man. Some guys that I'm impressed. I would want to shadow them. I'm with you, Cody. Like, I like to go out. I enjoy it. It's something to look forward to in the spring. But I'm not hanging my hat on that as my profession.
Yeah. I took my girlfriend out this year, turkey hunting. She used to go when she was younger, and then so I am a bad shot. But she finally, she got back into hunting last year, and so I've taken her duck hunting. She killed her first deer with me last year, and she's wanting to go turkey hunting so bad, so we went. And one morning we got on 2 gobblers and had one within like 25 yards, but he was over the crest of a hill, and I just crept up and peeked my head over, and I was eye to eye with him, and he just whoop, 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 took off. Well, then another one, I crawled 200 yards through a swamp and about 2 inches of water, popped up where I thought he was, gone. Grass was 2-3 foot tall, and I thought I was being Chris Kyle of the turkey hunting world, and I pop up and he was gone. I'm just.
They're tricky, man.
They are. For an animal to have a pea-sized brain, they're smarter than I am.
Survival. I mean, go ahead, Josh. It's a survival thing with those birds.
I was going to ask about some deer hunting regulations down there, because we up here, Ron in Pennsylvania, me in Maryland, there are antler restrictions in Maryland, but not as strenuous as they are in PA.
Mm-hmm.
Like PA, they have to have 3 points on one side, right, Ron?
That's right.
And you're only allowed to kill 1, right?
That's right.
Okay, now the state of Maryland, you're allowed to kill a buck with each weapon, so that's 3. You're allowed 3, but if one of those 3 that you kill doesn't have 3 on one side, then you can't get your bonus stamp to get your 4th, if that makes sense. It's all crazy, and I was wondering if Arkansas had any contingencies like that.
Yeah, so on the deer hunting, it's broken up a little bit different, throughout the state. So we're in a CWD zone, the chronic wasting disease. And so here about 4 years ago, we did have a 3-point rule on one side, and when we got hit really hard with CWD, they took that away. So now anything's fair game, spikes, 4 points, whatever. It's fair game, which is good for Harley because he likes shooting fawns. And anything he sees, if it's brown, it's down for him. But hey,
That's how we are.
Man's got to eat. My dad's the same way. He loves the new rule. I hate it. I like big, mature deer, and I try to tell him, you get more meat off the bigger deer. Well, at least tastes better. And shut up, Dad. Yeah.
All right, you keep calling your boy out, man. Let's hear some funny stories about him. I know you got one or two with your homeboy here.
Yeah. Oh shoot. Let's see what's a good one here.
We should have just give Harley the Harley appreciate the working with us here and the interaction, man. We should just get you on the show.
Yeah. Oh man, there's been so many. I had him and my buddy Logan in the floorboard crying in my truck because I was doing 80 down a dirt road with like corn stalks 8 foot tall. Couldn't see nothing. Middle of the night while we were bow fishing. And then, oh man, you'll put me on the spot and I can't think of anything. He chipped my tooth. Yeah, that one up there, 6th grade. I ran up, jumped on his back. He elbowed me, chipped my tooth. I spit it out in the sink and at school.
That's a good friend right there.
Yeah, man. He can't find his own deer to hunt and kill, so he's got to come, hunt with
Here
me
we go.
to kill.
Here we go.
So I just tell him, you can't shoot the big ones. So he shoots the does.
Well, I guess the bigger ones are easier to find, right?
Yeah, there you go.
They're easier to find. But, what we say around here a lot is, hunt your hunt the way that you want to hunt it.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
So we got guys that kill big deer, and we got guys like I don't think any of us, like Josh has killed some big deer. You can see behind him, he's had some success. But
yeah,
we're gonna shoot what comes out. Chris. I know Chris is gonna. He always says he's gonna shoot whatever walks in front of him, the biggest one that walks in front of him. But at the end of the day, hunt your hunt the way that you like to do it.
Yeah,
and if you got to, and I'm all about hanging out with friends and making memories while you're doing it. It's, that's the best part. Is the memories that we make.
Yeah, 100%. There's been multiple times, me and him has been out bow fishing 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and trolling motor dies. And, I had an old crappy 15 horse motor on my boat and it wouldn't start. So then we take that battery and try to hook it up to a trolling motor, and we end up having to paddle like a mile back to the boat ramp. Done that multiple times. We're bow fishing one night and was going to do a 3D archery tournament the next day. Well, I ended up getting a gnat in my eye. My whole face swelled up. My eye swelled shut. And we showed up like right at the last minute and got in and started shooting. And he was shooting his sister-in-law's pink bow and beat everybody with those big old long bows, And then that was pretty funny. I couldn't hardly shoot. Every time I tried to shoot, my eyes would water up and everything.
Lee, the other guy from my 3B, his wife has a 20 gauge. I can't remember the brand. It's all camoed out, but she's got a barrel sticker on it that says, "Not my husband's shotgun."
Mm-hmm.
And when we go down to the Chesapeake and the Eastern Shore here to hunt, he likes taking that because it's light and he can swing it real fast. But he hunts with me. So I'm like, dude, if one of the Rangers comes up on us,
how's this gonna look?
Not my husband.
Yeah.
Not my husband's shotgun.
Well, my girlfriend, she's got a 2017 F250 6-inch lift, and it's
on a truck.
Yeah, it's a badass truck. And it's her truck, and of course she ordered a license plate, camo license plate, and says "Mama" on it. And so the other day I was driving it and I pull up and next to somebody, the windows down, and he looks over, he goes, why are you driving Mama's truck? And I was like, this thing's paid off and it's cooler than my truck. Shut up.
Yeah.
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 Oh, that's funny.
So Cody, one of the things I know Chris always likes to ask is, what do you carry? Like what's in the bag? It's the what's in the bag question,
Yeah.
right?
I'm
And
like Mary Poppins. I got anything and everything. I've got, extra chokes, bullets for guns I don't even tote. Just in case a buddy runs out of shells, duck hunting. I've got 12 gauge, 20 gauge, any kind of shot. I keep sunglasses in there, and I've learned the hard way to keep rim oil, some lubricant, gun lubricant in there. Dude wipes, absolute must. I got tired of ripping socks and cutting shirts. And a bad shot of poison ivy one day really, really, learned my lesson.
that'll teach you quick.
Yeah, and then the most important thing that I keep extra is gloves. I'll keep 2 or 3 extra pair of gloves, between just thin gloves and thick gloves, because I'm always the first person to just run my arm down in the water to, catch a duck or, anything. So extra gloves. There's always somebody who forgets their gloves or a beanie, and so always keep those. And then goggles. I'll keep ski goggles in a bag for the boat, because I got clear ones and I've got tinted ones, just in case I'm running, day or night, and those are game changers, and then snacks.
Now you're talking.
Yeah, I'm 135 pounds, but I eat like I'm 435 pounds. So I'll keep anything in there from, muffins and honey buns to just a full, my brother, a couple of years ago, he started working for the nuclear plant here close to us. And little bastard's making so much money. If you're listening to this, Dalton, I hate you, but I love you. He's trying to get me on there so many times. I can't argue. I just love where I'm at right now. But another guy we hunt with, he was joking about how all the guys he's ever hunted with that was from the nuclear plant, they don't bring things like honey buns and Pop-Tarts. They bring charcuterie boards and wine. And
they can afford it, I guess.
Yeah, I swear to God, we showed up the next day and this dude's got a 4-foot thing of charcuterie board laid out on his tailgate. So that's funny.
It sounds like you're the guy to hunt with because you're carrying extra for your hunting pal, like whoever you're hunting with.
Yeah, well then, Harley just commented, keep extra clothes because I'm always tripping and falling in. He's not wrong.
That's Chris.
I've had, I've stepped in beaver runs, gone over my waders, just anything, just, being stupid, just fall in and trip or trying to go too fast, chase a duck too far, So I do keep, in the boat, I keep an extra jacket in the boat and an extra pair of clothes in the truck. So
you want to keep it moving. I mean, you don't want that to ruin your day. So
no, absolutely not. But I'm the type of person too to where I will freeze to death out there. We went out to East Arkansas and hunted a big timber hole, and I was hunting with. I had just bought that year a pair of Frog Tog breathable waders, and I swear I'll never buy another pair of Frog Togs. I was up in water up to my chest, and instantly, started feeling water come in. And I opened my chest like this, and I could put my hand right here, and there was water. And it was in the teens that morning. I was so cold by the time that we left. I was taking the boat paddle and beating it on my toes, and I couldn't feel it. After I took my waders off, and that's the morning I didn't bring extra clothes, and we made a very cold, long trip to Walmart to buy some extra clothes.
Lessons learned.
I was 2.5 hours from home.
Jeez.
Yeah.
All right. I got 2 questions for you. A, what's your go-to snack?
Come on.
Boy, probably honey bun or Pop-Tart. You can ask Harley in high school. Every morning I had a Pop-Tart and a brisk tea. lemon bricks tea. So
what's your go-to Pop-Tart flavor?
Oh, strawberry.
Oh, get out of town.
Well, I like the wild berry and cherry. I pretty much like them all.
Blueberry. It's a blueberry. That's the answer.
Okay, but yeah, you got me. Blueberry's pretty good. I usually buy like the big value packs that has all of them in it, and so pretty much just whichever one I grab.
I'm convinced that we had a shitty duck season last year because I stopped eating a lot of sugar and bread.
Okay.
And I didn't have Pop-Tarts in the blind with us last year, and I'm pretty sure that's why we didn't kill many ducks.
Well, so I've got a funny story about strawberry Pop-Tarts. So the first year that I was actually able to carry a gun deer hunting, me and my dad went on a Saturday, and I shot and killed a doe. My first deer ever was a doe. Well, the next day, I wanted a buck. So we're sitting up in the stand, and it's probably an hour after daylight. We haven't seen anything. And I'm eating a strawberry Pop-Tart, and my dad's on a grunt call. And if you know my dad, he is just, he's got long hair, big old beard. Dude's a hippie, And he's just on that grunt call, just making the most god-awful sounds that didn't even sound like a deer. And this little bitty 4-point comes out like 50 yards and all bowed up looking around. And I spit my Pop-Tart out, and I throw the gun up and I shoot. And he takes off running, and I don't remember it this way, but my dad says it. And he's like, you're like, I just shot my first buck. And then he falls over and he's like, I just killed my first buck. And we climb down and we go over there and get him. And Dad said, you were so excited. We took pictures, and you go, all right, well, I got to go back up there and get my Pop-Tart because half of it's still up there. Yeah, I couldn't forget my Pop-Tart. So strawberry Pop-Tarts are just,
they're pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, here's the second part of that question. Since you said you got cold, and I will not make fun of you.
Oh, yeah. Buddy heater? Yes.
No. Do you use hot hands? What are those things that I make fun of for people using, Josh?
Oh, like that. Yeah, like the hand warmers and foot warmers. Yeah. Do you use any of those?
No, I really don't. So I had a bad experience. Me and Harley was in northern Missouri one year hunting with my dad and my grandpa, and I think Harley was there. No, I don't think he was there for that one. I think it was just me, my dad, and my grandpa. We had an agreement. We all left the truck at before daylight, and we were going to meet at the truck at 12 for lunch. Well, it was super cold, and so I put my feet get just insanely cold, and so I put those the hand warmer, or the feet warmers, inside my socks. I was wearing double layer socks, so I put them in between the layers of my socks, and I walked like over a mile into the public land there, and on the way back, it started to warm up. Well, the more you walk and you move those around, the hotter they get. Dude, I had like 2nd-degree burns on the bottom of my feet from those.
Oh,
like kicking my boots off and putting my feet in the snow, trying to cool them. It was absolutely miserable.
Wow.
Yeah.
I am anti them.
Yeah.
Like if you
I am
be outside and be cold.
Well, I'm not against them. Not at all. If somebody has them in their bag and they're like, hey, you warm your hands up, yeah, I'm gonna warm my hands up. But Harley, another good story for him hunting in Missouri is we went to this little 50-acre public tract of land, and it was hills, like straight up, probably 100 foot straight up, straight down, just over and over in the timber. And I shoot this the 9-point, and it's a pretty good buck, and we got it, and we go to drag it out, and there's creeks at the bottom of each ravine that drop down probably 10 foot, and they're probably 3 foot wide. And every time we go to try to drag the deer across it, it falls in. Him, and my dad are trying to get it up, and just the absolute worst drag of my life. It was, single digits, snow on the ground, and we're out there in T-shirts, trying to drag this deer. Next day we go back. There's a clear-cut road that was 75 yards to the left of where
you were
we
right there.
And I was like, "Are you like?" It was, if we would just follow the little creeks down, it led to this nice little sanded creek bed that we could drag the deer through. And no, we just died for 3 hours trying to drag that deer.
What part of Missouri did you go to?
The kind of west, north central part, Bethany, Missouri.
Where do we go,
Okay.
Josh?
Chris, I couldn't tell you the name of the town, to be honest.
Yeah,
I know we were hunting right next door to the Drury farm. That's all I can tell you.
Okay, so you're in Harrison County. That's right around Bethany, Princeton area. That's exactly Princeton. Yeah, that's the exact same area that we hunt.
Yeah, there's a lot of hills there because it's not what you think of when people talk about Missouri. A lot of rolling hills. And
did y'all drive past the Jury Brothers?
So legitimately.
Yeah. So literally, this is no joke. We were on the adjoining property.
Yeah.
A friend of our father's. So I mean, we were right there. So yeah, we drove past it. That was we didn't have any luck while we were out there, but we saw some hammers on the side of the roads. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
It was. We went during the first week of their rifle season, and what was that? It was before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and it was usually second weekend of November.
Yeah, it was like 60, 70 degrees and windy the whole time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I mean, it was, we had a cool time, and we drove the whole way there, which is like 17 hours, saw some cool stuff. And we've said it before on the podcast. We saw, I mean, just these Hammer magazine TV deer, probably 150-inch deer, just on the side of the road eating.
Yeah.
And then when we hunted, we didn't see too many stuff. So that's great. It's a small world.
You can't control the weather.
2015 we went.
Yeah.
You were probably like 9 years old.
No, I was 17 then. I was there. I was there that year.
What?
Yeah, okay. I started hunting there in 2013, and hunted there for like from 2013 to 2015 every year. And then 2 years ago, me and my one of my buddies started going back up there.
Okay, listen.
When we were there, it was so windy.
Okay. Go ahead.
It was so windy, it was blowing the siding off of the hotel that we were staying at.
Yeah. Yeah, it's insane.
Okay.
Yeah, I think hold on. Let me go to my phone here.
This is going to blow.
What are you going to ask, Chris?
About a hunt from 7 years ago.
So we went to one of the ladies that's friends with the farmer we went to. They go to a church out there. She said we could hunt their property.
November 21st, 2015. Oh, let's see if I can't.
Yeah, I can blow you up.
Don't blow them up.
I don't know if it'll. Let's see here. Oh, of course it's gonna be all crazy. But yeah, that's that 9 point that I was talking about. That was so hard to drag. Let's see here. Of course.
Okay, here's what's wild.
Gonna be ridiculous. Yeah. It was November 21st, 2015.
The lady that goes to church with the farmer that we were at said, "Hey, I have a farm. Come try hunting our farm too." So we went out there one day, and she said, "All I ask is that you come to dinner at our house."
Oh wow.
Okay, so that's cool. We went out there. There was people from Arkansas there. That wasn't you. Like, we didn't have dinner together like 10 years ago, did we? Like,
do you remember the guy's name?
I don't.
I don't, but we can find out. I'm sure my dad still has the email invitation from this lady.
Does the name Roger Rogers sound familiar from Arkansas?
All I remember is that he said he was from Arkansas, and when he found out where we were, we both had the same reaction to each other. Oh, you got a lot of ducks down there. Well, he found out we're near the Chesapeake Bay, and he's like, "You got a lot of ducks up there." So we kind of had this.
Oh, this guy don't duck hunt, so I doubt it's him.
Okay.
It's not him.
Well, he actually said that, but that was just my first connection with this guy, because it was kind of weird because his house was in the middle of nowhere, which is normal out there. And I actually texted my wife, "If these people kill us, this is where I'm at."
You're out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, we're just kind of sitting there, and these guys are talking to us, and we ended up having a really fun night. I remember Josh looked at me. The lady was making something, and it smelled like a rubber boot. It ended up tasting really good. The food was good. Am I wrong? Like, it tasted good.
No, it was good. It was just a very awkward situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just a weird. hey, you guys aren't. But
Yeah.
that would be so wild if you knew or were part of that thing.
Yeah,
just
that would have been
randomly.
crazy. So y'all are in the Bethany Princeton area. Did y'all go to? I think it's called Toots restaurant. It's like a restaurant bar thing. The jury outdoors, they always go to it. And Taylor Jury,
Mm-hmm.
she's been my crush since like I was old enough to have a crush. You
Oh,
know. Oh yeah. And so not last year, year before, me and my buddy went up there and we went in there and I was like, dude, Taylor's in here, you know, like it's over. You know, she's married with a kid and everything, but you know, and the day after we left, she posted she was in there and I was like,
I want to say maybe I remember that we didn't do a lot, dude. We totally like DIY'd it. We packed.
Yeah, that's kind of how we do it. It was all
we
public
actually,
land.
yeah, and we left early, didn't we, Josh? Because it was so
yeah,
windy.
because the weather. Yeah.
Oh, that was a
You
mistake.
know.
Yeah, probably.
It was just
it changes. It changes so fast up there. Like one day,
Yeah.
you know, like you said, it's 60, 70, wind blowing 900 miles an hour. Next day, it's like, you know, 10 degrees and snow on the ground.
Yeah. All right, I have two questions for you, real quick, Cody, before we go.
Yeah.
One is a divisive question I'm trying to ask everybody. You kill a deer, it's hanging in front of you. You got the back straps and the tenderloin. Which one are you grabbing?
Well, I'm a big tenderloin guy.
Okay. Okay.
So,
That's fair.
yeah, but
And then,
but back straps are on the other hand though.
that's what I'm saying. Like it's just it's one of those things. All right, my next question is about ducks, real fast. You got a duck laying in front of you. You breasting it out or you plucking it?
Oh, I breast them. Screw plucking.
Okay, there you
Too
go.
much work.
See, I mean, that's just this is divisive questions that I'm asking everybody. There's no right or wrong answer. It's just
okay. So if I get we go out and we kill a bunch of mallards and they're just these big old fat juicy mallards. I will pluck them and I'll cook them with the fat and stuff on them. But any other duck, I'm breasting.
there you go.
So,
all right. Where can we find you, buddy, as we wrap up? Tell people where to find you out online.
Yeah, pretty much everywhere is kind of what my name says there. It's just Triple B Outdoors. Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, everywhere. Facebook. So
my son is convinced that hat you sent him is his lucky deer hat because he killed a buck the first time he wore it. So, can't beat that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I love it.
Awesome, dude. Thanks.
I'm out of the Triple B hats because if I'm out and about and somebody's like, "Oh man, I love that hat," here you go.
Just give it away.
I really do. I have spent so much money on hats, and I've given most of them away. And that's it. I don't care about the money. That's not what it's about. I want people to have they like the hat. Cool, awesome. I love it. So this is going to be my new lucky hat, and it says "Make boat ramps great again."
I'm into it.
So I found that at the Delta Waterfowl Expo, and I was like, "Yeah, you're coming home with me."
Awesome.
Yeah,
love it, man. Well, listen, Cody.
Hey, Cody, you said you wanted. Hey, Cody said he wanted to plug somebody real quick or make an announcement about a giveaway.
Oh yeah. Why don't you go ahead and do that, Cody?
So here it's not up yet, but here in the next day or two, Willow Creek Game Calls and Top Down Decoys and I are going to do a giveaway where Willow Creek's coming out with a new mini duck call that he's coming out with this weekend. And then Top Down Decoys agreed to donate a dozen decoys. And so, and then I'm going to get a hat made and some decals and stuff I'm going to throw in there too. So be on the lookout for that on my Instagram and TikTok and Facebook. We're going to be giving away all that stuff. So check it out.
Right on, dude.
So
thanks so much for coming on, brother.
Yeah, of course. I appreciate it. Hopefully we can do it again because I've got probably another 3 hours of stories and stuff I can talk about.
Hey, Ron, I'll tell you anytime, dude. He's looking for guests, and round table stuff where we just talk about different
There we go.
perspectives from the hunting world, dude. So
There you go. My girlfriend, she left the house just right before you got on. She said that she'd love to come on and talk about her first year of hunting and stuff. And but she said, and I quote, "I look too ratchet today. I didn't have enough time to get ready." So, so she's not on today. But she said next time she definitely wants to get on.
she got her first birds
Yep.
last year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I sent you guys some stickers.
Yeah. So the first direct sticker. She has them on her Yeti cut. So yeah, she got hooked into it. She got her first goose, and then first deer, first duck. So she's hooked. She loves it.
Heck yeah, dude, awesome.
But yeah, I appreciate y'all having me on. I had a blast. So
yeah, dude, we'll do it again for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe we'll get your buddy on so he can defend himself this time.
No, we don't need to. So
cool. Want to take us away, Ron?
He's in the zone.
I don't know if Ron is there. No, Ron's gone.
Well, that's good enough closure for me.
So
well, peace out, guys.
I don't know what happens if we just turn this off.
Hey, there he is.
I like
Quit talking about him.
I saw your mouths running, but there was no audio. It all dropped out on me. So
you went all Downey on us, man.
That's hey, you got to do it, man. Listen, Cody, appreciate you, dude. Yeah, we'll share the posts whenever you roll out your effort.
Appreciate that.
Pass it along. We'll get it out there. We appreciate you coming on. You're part of the hunting family with us, and it's a great exposure to get you exposed to our audience. So follow Triple B Outdoors. Catch them on, like you said, YouTube or Instagram, anywhere else, TikTok. I don't know where all you can be found. But
pretty much everywhere.
Triple B Outdoors. And yeah, man, appreciate you coming on, hanging out with us for a little bit tonight.
Yeah, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at my brother, dude.
Well, Josh, why don't as we exit, man, why don't you plug your show one more time?
Yeah, man, check it out. It's the Cookbook at 3B on Instagram. It's the Cookbook on YouTube, spelled B-U-C-H, like our last name. It's going to be a hit, man. We got Lee Boulder coming up next, and then my buddy John Wardrick's going to be after that. I'm not trying to really give away what all everybody's making just yet. Keep that as a surprise. But it's going to be good. First episode about my buddy Cody. His first time he's ever caught any blue catfish. So I got him catching, cooking, and cleaning some blue cats. It's gonna be good, man. I can't wait to start throwing the episodes out.
All right, man. Well, we're gonna exit with a promo, and like everybody else, we always tell you to go out there, hunt your hunt. Nature's our playground. Stay wild.
Cheers.
See y'all later.